What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris, man. We are here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Monday, August 11th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest coming on today, fresh off a long shift. She's rocking with me on the podcast. She works for WBIR Channel 10 in Knoxville, Tennessee, and she's a reporter. Her name is Elana Mutnick, and she's coming on to talk about her why of getting into the journalism industry, and also we're going to ask her some get to know you questions. So without any further ado, Alana, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, my name's Alana. First off, Chris, thank you for having me. I'm so excited. And best way to end my workday, honestly.
I'm so happy that you think that so much. I'm very, very blessed to have you on my podcast, no doubt about it. And listen, my first question to you is the same as it is with every guest I have on here, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models or any inspirations maybe growing up, going to Paramus High School, right? And doing your thing, right? Tell me your why of getting into the journalism industry.
I, well, there's a couple of reasons. I originally didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to do something when it came to journalism. I love to write, I love to talk to people, I love to meet people. And I grew up an athlete while also being a theater kid. So when I went to school, I majored in journalism. I went to the University of Maryland,
Yep.
and the second that I got there into the journalism school, I went straight into sports. I was a sports reporter there, and I covered games, I anchored, and did all that. And then through that, I ended up getting an internship where I was covering sporting events in Israel.
Wow.
And so I did that, and I fell in love with telling the stories of the athletes off of the field. So I decided to transition into hard news. And I mean, there was no set thing that I guess influenced me to go into journalism. It was once I got my foot in the door and got to talking to people, and I guess I've just always had an inkling of telling stories that people aren't able to share. And I mean, you don't do this profession, like you don't do this job if you don't love it. It's
Right.
definitely a lot of
Right.
work. It's not like a typical job in any industry, but since then, I I like welcome the sleepless nights and the day turns and the craziness of it all because one, I can't sit still and I would never be able to sit at a desk.
Sure. Sure.
That's just me. But yeah, I love just meeting people and I love learning about what's going on, and I just feel such a strong connection to being a reporter, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do from my freshman year of college when I got my foot in the door. I knew that this was what I was going to do forever.
Yeah, and absolutely. And if anybody has checked out your reel, which I certainly have, you've done some very interesting stories. No question about that. I remember the story where the mom was talking about the laws of the drug dealers, and holding up a picture of her son. That I saw you in one of your stories that you did, for sure. That definitely touched me. But it shows that you're very passionate and very good about what you do. And I appreciate that. I really do. I love your why. I love your why because as a fellow journalist, it's always inspiring to see others that love it just as much as you do. And that's just the way it is. That's the way I feel about that. You mentioned it. You're a Terrapin alum. You went to the University of Maryland, no question about that. Tell me, were there any other schools that could have persuaded you from going to the University of Maryland? Because if I'm not mistaken, you said you're from New Jersey.
Yes, I'm from New Jersey.
Yeah, so Jersey to Maryland, that's. I mean, it's not far, but it's different. It's different for sure.
I knew that I wanted to get away from home. I wanted to be close enough where I could see my family whenever. And I didn't even mention this in the beginning. Like, no one persuaded me to become a journalist, but I would never, I would not be in Knoxville by myself post grad if it was not for my family. They are the
Wow.
reason why I do what I do. It always will forever be health, family, work. Like,
Right.
health comes first. My family is my everything, but my dad actually went to Maryland. So that didn't really persuade me much. It just had it on my radar. But I was really, really only between Maryland and I was thinking about Syracuse because
Mm,
Newhouse is an incredible journalism
no
school.
doubt.
A lot of great journalists come out of there. But the second I went on campus at Maryland, it sounds so cliche. I'm such a big intuition person, and I got on campus and I felt it in my gut. I didn't even go on my tour yet, and I said, "This is where I'm going. I know that this is where I'm going to be."
Wow.
And yeah,
Okay.
I once again I owe it all to my family, but I don't think I would have gotten this job. I'm 22 years old if it was not for the University of Maryland and my professors there.
Absolutely. That's great. That's awesome. And I know you just graduated this year, if I'm not mistaken, from the University of Maryland. And Syracuse is a doggone good school. That's where I'm at. I'm near Syracuse now, so I definitely have a lot of love for the upstate area, for sure. And I've also visited University of Maryland as well, being out there in the Baltimore area, the DC area close to that. So that's amazing. I want to ask you some get to know you questions. So this is just some favorite questions, right? So you give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions, okay? So here we go. Favorite meal you like to cook?
Favorite meal. So I would probably say my favorite meal to eat has been my breakfast since sophomore year of college, almost every single morning. It is 2 eggs. It's literally
Okay.
just eggs, and then I have 2 pieces of toast. One has cottage cheese. That's a fun fact about me. That's my favorite food in the world. So I have a piece of toast with cottage cheese, a piece of toast with avocado on top, and then I put everything bagel seasoning, and then I drizzle it with hot honey. And that is my favorite. I could have it breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Wow. Okay. You are definitely the first person I've ever heard say cottage cheese is my favorite. That is for damn sure. I have never heard of that before. But that's what this podcast is all about. It's all about first. It's all about new things and meeting new people. And I've never even ate it with toast with hot honey before. So I'm gonna have to try something like that. That's amazing. I'm a huge breakfast person too. I love breakfast. So yeah, absolutely. Huge Belgian waffle is probably
Mm,
my favorite for sure. I love me a good Belgian waffle. Um, Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Luke Combs.
Oh, okay, okay, got
It-
you.
I love country music, and easily I went with my brother and my mom, and it was like the best day of my life. It was so fun.
He is definitely an enjoyable artist, no question about it. Had a chance to see him live when I was in Georgia going to my undergrad, so definitely one of my favorite artists for sure. I would definitely say my favorite concert though to go to was The Weeknd. If you're
Ooh.
familiar with that artist. Yeah, he's a good vibe. He's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Okay. Favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Um, I haven't traveled a lot. I would probably say years ago I went to Cancun, and
Mm,
I
okay.
loved Cancun. It was once again, I think it just had to do with who I was with. I was with all of my cousins and my entire family, and we usually don't all get to go on vacations a lot together.
Right, right.
And it was just so much fun. I loved Cancun. It was relaxing, it was a break from school, and yeah, it was easily one of my favorite vacations, but yeah, Cancun, Mexico. No, not Mexico. Cancun or my most recent trip to Mexico. That's a close second.
Okay, I like that. Now, I love me some Cancun. I love me Cabo San Lucas as well.
Yeah.
Huge fans of both of those. I would say Jamaica is my favorite place that I've ever traveled to.
Mm,
Um, no question about it. Water is clear, is blue and beautiful. The food was beautiful. The people was beautiful. The beaches, everything was. Had opportunity to go on a cruise, and do that. So yeah, it was definitely one of my favorite spots for sure.
that's my to do. I've always wanted to go to Jamaica.
Oh, you gotta put it on the bucket list. You got to, Alana. There's no question about it. I want to be able to ask you this next question, and that is, I'm a sports guy, and you like sports as well, so it's a two-parter. Favorite sport you like to watch on TV? Favorite sport you like to attend in person? They could be the same sport.
Favorite sport I like to watch on TV is probably basketball. I
Mm.
really like watching basketball. I would say to attend football because of the environment, but to
Mhm.
watch soccer. I grew up playing soccer, so it's just I understand the game more than anything. So, like, you just understand the hype of like what a close game feels like, and when someone hits like a game-winning shot. Like, there's I love watching soccer, but like environment wise, I would say a football game.
Okay, now, what's your favorite basketball team? Are you a Brooklyn fan, being from Jersey? Are you
Yeah,
Wizards? I mean.
yeah.
Okay, okay. God bless your heart. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. That's for sure.
We can move forward.
I totally understand. Now as far as soccer goes, the I'm gonna guess the position that you played was defense.
Okay, so I got moved to defense when I was in high school because I'm very, very tall.
Hmm.
But like my position, I started playing soccer when I was, I think, in kindergarten. I was thrown into like a rec league, always right midfield. Yeah, always.
No, okay, okay. I figured the defense wise because you do have some height to you.
Yeah.
And I figured that it'd be very hard to get a ball past you, for sure. There's no question. So that's why I was going off of that guess for sure. But I love that. That's amazing. I would say basketball. I agree with you. I would rather watch that on TV or in person. But if I had to pick one, I watch it in person. Football, I would love to watch on TV. But I also like that in person. But you got to have the right seats for football because if you're like
Exactly.
super high, yeah, it's not very good because they
It
all
doesn't
look like mini-me's.
doesn't hit.
Straight up, straight up. Last of the favorites, and obviously being out there in Knoxville, Knoxville has a very special place in my heart, because it's where I got my first internship. And Knoxville, have you heard of the Knoxville Ice Bears?
No, I have not.
So that is the affiliate hockey team down there. They're right next to the Women's Sports Hall of Fame.
Okay.
It's the only place where everybody it's the only arena in Knoxville, pretty much, and they're right across the street from the Knoxville bus station. But that's where they play in Knoxville. So that was my first ever internship, and they actually came down to an Atlanta Falcons career fair when I was in undergrad, and that's how I got it. So I want you to tell me the next time I do come down to Knoxville, what is a place I should go out and eat at? Or what's your favorite place to eat at?
So, since I've only been here a month, this weekend with my family was the first month that I mean, the first weekend that I like went out to eat.
Yeah.
I went to Cafe 4,
Okay.
phenomenal food, just really good food. And then I am blanking on the name. I believe it's Asteria Stella or Asterio Stella. Not sure exactly, something like that. It is right next to Brother Wolf, and it just had phenomenal food, phenomenal drinks. The service was amazing. It was very like dim lighting. There was like music playing. It was just like a really nice, cool vibe. It was love it. I would go back there.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to keep that in mind the next time I come out there, and obviously have to say what's up to you when I do touch down, because that would be
100%.
amazing, no doubt. Um, I want to get to your day to day. As a reporter, and as you know, you had a little bit of it, or a lot of it, I should say, in college as far as experience goes. No 2 days are ever the same when you're reporting, especially on sports. You know that games are different, outcomes are different. You talk to different players, coaches' moods are different, players' moods are different. You're just doing different stuff, which is the exciting thing about doing journalism, because you
Yep.
just never know. You never know. It's the unexpected. You never know what's going to happen. Talk to me now, being at WBIR, your day to day. Talk to me about how many stories you normally do. What time do you normally start? What time do you normally end? Uh, just tell me about the transition from being in college to now being in the professional field, and not having to do projects and papers and all this that. And now you get to do everyday real life journalism.
So, when I was back at school, I was minoring in business as well. And it wasn't something that I was super, super interested in. I just thought that it would be good knowledge to have if I want, God forbid, I ever want to write a book or something like that. So, I
Sure.
was doing business and I was also trying to handle and balance my capstone at the same time. So, my capstone, in a way, is like being a reporter now, but I was only doing it 2 days a week for one
Right.
semester. So
Right.
it was like a little glimpse of what I was getting into. It was you go in, you pitch your own story, you shoot your interviews, you come back to the station, you write, edit, report, get everything approved, put it on the server, anchor, and then go home. So it was like a very long day, but it was also obviously difficult being in college, doing that, managing other classes, having to balance friends and your social life and your health. And also, like, I am a very, my one mental escape is going to the gym. Like, that's the one thing that I keeps me sane. So also having to get like a workout in, it just was very overwhelming, but I think
Right.
it prepared me for this in the best way it possibly could, because now transitioning, my day to day is I like to have my me time to wake up. Like, I don't like being rushed because I feel like I'm a very type A person, so I like to have enough time to get everything done. So I
Sure.
wake up at, I would say, 7 a.m. I do my hair, I do my makeup, I turn on the news, I put all that in my bathroom and I watch the news while I get ready. It's like a nice de-stress. I have my coffee, have my breakfast that I have every day. And then
Right.
I go into the office at 9:15ish, send in my pitches to the pitch channel, and then you come in with 3 pitches every single day. Whatever gets approved, that's your story for the day, and then you
Hmm.
go either cold call people, go get your interviews, and then you record your own videos. And keep in mind, this obviously is like all on your own because I'm an MMJ, so I don't have a cameraman, an editor, like just
Right.
me.
You're a one man band.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, and then
Right.
I get back to the station around 1-ish. I usually like grab lunch on the way or stop home if I have some time. Come back to the station, write my script for a VOSA and a package. After I'm done writing my script, that gets approved. Then I do all my editing and stuff, put my stuff together. And then by that time, it's like 4 or 5-ish. And then at that time, depending on when your slot is, like if you only have 2 hours, like you don't have time to do anything else. You're running, you're getting your mic, you're going on
Right.
TV, and then
Right.
you're going back, you're doing more editing for your second live hit, and then you're going to do that. And then once you're done with being live for the day on TV, you write your web article. And then after that, you send in to the end of the day channel, you send your emails, you check all your emails, you set up interviews for the next day, because keep in mind you did this story the next day, but you need 3 new stories for the next day.
Right.
And so I do that, and then I leave around 6:30, come home, have dinner, call my parents because I also talk to them like 3 times a day. And then I get dressed, I go to the gym, and I leave my personal phone in my apartment. And I scroll on Facebook and Instagram for stories for the next day while I'm lifting. And then I get home, I shower, I sit in bed, I do more emails, and then repeat the next day.
I love it. I do. I love that routine. I'm a
Yeah.
planner, as you know. Obviously, being able to get you on here, we had to definitely plan out our stuff, and that's what natural journalists do. We try to go through a method of everybody has their own method of madness that they do, but you just try to plan things out because it it gets into a routine. People call it redundancy, but I don't think it's being redundant. I just think it's just a routine that we do. Like here's what I started to understand when I first got into the business, and I've been in this business for about 8 years. Um, that it's very tough for people that's on the outside looking in, as far as the people that's not a journalist, to
Yeah.
understand what a journalist goes through as far as the schedule goes. It's very difficult for them to understand because we don't have conventional hours. We don't have a conventional schedule. Like you said, there's times where you get off at 6:30, but what if you have breaking news?
Yeah, no, I'm
What?
out at like 9:30. Like,
Right,
it has no, sometimes if I have a pre-assigned story at 7 a.m., I'm up at like 5 or 6. It just is whatever, wherever the day takes me.
right, and every day is again different. And that's is beautiful, but it's also a challenge, and that segues into the next question that I have, and that is work-life balance, and mental health. A lot of people in this industry that I know of have definitely stepped away because they've had mental health breakdowns, and their mental health was affected. We know that work-life balance is very tough to kind of balance it out because of the fact that news never stops, sports never stop. It's every day of the year, and you're trying to take vacations and you missing, family time, friend time. I like to work hard and play harder, no pun intended, but I do like to do that. I love that. No doubt about it. I love to turn up. But I also understand that this is the sacrifice I made because I love journalism and I love sports. Sports are nights and weekends. I understand when people are working business type schedules that I'm not a business type schedule. You're turning up on a Friday night, that's when I'm probably at the park or probably at somewhere doing a story. Tell me about how you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that work life balance. Because Alana, you seem like a wonderful lady to be around. Obviously, very personable, but you also seem like you're very passionate about what you do. So tell me, how do you keep that balance?
Full transparency, I am nowhere near figuring it out. I had a very, very tough week last week. I still, obviously, I'm still so fresh into my first like real job. I have not found that balance, not
Right,
even close.
right.
I am like once my work day stops and I leave the office, that's not when I stop because I cannot take myself out of it. There's always something more I can do. There's always something new I can find. And
Hmm.
when I was at school, it was it was really difficult. It was I'm
Sure.
getting off of my capstone at 8 p.m. and my friends are at the bar, and then
Yep.
I have a really early story tomorrow, but it's my roommate's 21st birthday. So this is
Right.
something that I was kind of on my own. None of my family are journalists. My friends really weren't journalists besides my journalism friends that I had made. So this was a very hard transition. And also, I'm sure you realize this too, like you think to yourself and you're like, this is a big sacrifice that no one else is making,
Right.
it's very difficult. And
Hmm.
I kind of found myself saying no to a lot more things,
Yep.
which is fine. I know that when I get off work on a Wednesday night and someone wants to go grab dinner, I know that I will not be happy because I still need those 2 hours of like my scrolling to find stories. So I'm going to say no to that. And then there's some stuff that I just sacrifice for journalism because I value my work so much that I want it to be the best as possible. But I'm definitely learning how to balance that. And I need to learn how to take a step back from work.
Right.
Yeah, like that is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to tell myself it's okay. It's still so new. I'm okay with putting in the extra hours right now and
Sure.
working at my own time, but that's something that I'm excited to also like learn about myself. Like how to figure out that balance. And I think it just happens over time.
I love that you said that, and I really do appreciate your transparency. I really do, Alana. I really do. And I'm gonna tell you this and give you a piece of advice. Being in this industry for about 8 years, it is gonna come with time. You're never gonna 100% have it. You're never gonna 100% have it. I can assure you. I've tried, and there's many people that I have mentors that's been in this longer than me that have tried. You're just never gonna have it 100%, but you definitely gonna get to a point where it's going to be very comfortable and it's going to be very routine, just like the routine that you go through now. The one thing that I always try to tell people, the three, and well, I tell them three things, but the most important thing that I try to tell people is you gotta live life. And it's tough to separate yourself, and I understand. Being a journalist, I understand it's tough to separate because we're always on social media trying to find the next story, trying to be the first one to break something, trying to find a story that nobody else has told, or somebody has told it, but we're trying to tell it a different way because each day presents a new challenge and more stories to tell. And it's tough to do. It's tough to separate, but you got to live life.
Yeah.
And you'll figure that out because like you said, you're kind of fresh and new. This is the perfect time where you want to be able to say yes, 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 yes to everything and soak everything up. Because you're in a great city of Knoxville. And Tennessee's a great state. You got Nashville there, Memphis there. You got a lot of things that's there. Knoxville is a great city in its own right. But I always tell new people, especially college graduates, you definitely at some point have to live life. And you seem like a person that could definitely turn up. There's no
Oh,
question about it.
yeah, wait, that I hope that didn't I it's a struggle to balance, but like I still have my fun.
Yeah, yeah, and
No.
totally, totally. And I'm no way assuming that you did. Um, but I do know that feeling because I had that feeling few years ago. And I know it was just very hard for me to kind of. I would go to the bar, I would meet up with my friends, and all of a sudden you get that call. Hey, somebody called out. Hey, can you cover this game? Yeah, sure. Or, hey, can you stay a little late? Yeah, sure. Or then your friends having a celebration or a party. It doesn't even have to be a birthday party. They just call some people and just start turning up over at their apartment. When you come home and you like, what the hell's going on? Like everything is going on. Like, wow, this looks fun. But then you got a deadline to get to, or you got a big time story to write. So those were the kind of things that I was going through personally. So when you speak like that, I totally vision that again. And you're right. You're absolutely right. It's gonna come with time, and by the time I talk to you next year at this time, you're gonna have a whole different perspective. There's no question about that. And you'll be in more control of it as well, and have a better understanding of how to, navigate those waters and not struggle as much for sure.
Yes, exactly. And I'm excited for that too. And I know it's going to come because I like look back at the work that I did freshman year and what I was doing freshman year and also like
Mhm.
now like being able to do what I'm doing now but also like being able to make friends at the same time and having fun.
Mhm.
Like I didn't open my computer this entire weekend, and today I was okay. I had my stories, whatever, and I spent time with my family. So it definitely you have your hard days, but you also have your like damn good days.
Absolutely, no question, and that is a great segue because since you being a newly college graduate, this next question is advice. What advice would you give some incoming freshman or sophomore, junior, or a super senior that's going to be graduating right behind you in the next semester? What kind of advice would you give those individuals that want to be in the broadcast journalism space?
I would say you take sacrifices. It took me until I would say my senior year, my second semester senior year,
Mm,
when I finally realized, like, yes, college is amazing, and I was so fortunate. Like, I made my bridesmaids like in college. They're my best friends, but Your friends that are really important to you will understand. They will never, ever, ever say no if you need to go do work. And I would say, like, really listen to what you think you need and ask yourself, is this what I need right now? But also take time off for yourself, you know? So it was making those sacrifices on a random Tuesday night. If my friends were doing something crazy and they, whatever, it was no, I know for my profession that I should stay home and
Yep.
I want to do that. And then it was also like on a Friday after I had just finished a school week, reached out, did everything on my checklist, and it was like, yes, I could be doing more, but also let yourself have fun. And
Sure.
then there's one more thing that I think is my greatest piece of advice.
Hmm.
This is what was told to me by a professor. It was, this industry, you can be the most talented person in the entire world. It is who you know. It is all about networking. And I genuinely think that is the number one thing about being a journalist. I think you have to have passion, you need to have talent, but you can't teach passion. That's a different thing. But like
Right.
you can learn how to write, you can learn how to edit, you can all of that stuff, but you need that one person that you make a relationship and you form a connection with, and a genuine one. You know, like you should want to get to know people and learn about what they're doing and all that stuff, but
Absolutely.
I I owe it all to the people that, no, I owe it all to myself for making those connections with people. Like it's all about reaching out to stations and saying, hey, I'm interested in you. Can we hop on a call? Whether it's 5 minutes just to tell them your name and what you're doing and ask about their day. It's
Yeah.
getting people to know your name. That is, if you want to be in this industry, that is literally the number one thing. You need to get your name out there.
Absolutely. That is really good advice. It really is. It's not just about what you have and what you do. It's definitely about who you know.
Hmm.
No question about it. Because everybody's gonna have a degree, or and 9 times out of 10, I should say, because there are some conventional people that don't have degrees that somehow filter into this industry. But 9 times out of 10, people are gonna have degrees. So you have to stand out, and you also have to network. And you gotta be able to be willing to talk to people, and that's the thing that people lack the most a lot that I see is the networking part because they don't know how to start the conversation and get out the car and be able to, initiate. And that's the most important thing that you want to do. I tell people all the time, go to some of these career fairs. If especially if you're in sports, if you're in sports career fair, get a portfolio, get a resume, get business cards, go to some of these career fairs, and network. Network with people, talk to people, because that's how you're going to be able to see media people. That's how you're going to be able to see people that work for teams. That's how you're going to see different faces. You want to go to some of these journalism conferences. They're big time. Now you're starting to meet executives and different people from panelists and stuff like that. And I always try to encourage that because it's how personally I found the Knoxville internship. It's how I found a few internships. And then I was able to network with some ESPN people where I found my first full-time job. I was able to network off of that to be able to come up here and go to the Super Bowl and do the Super Bowl. So it's it's just about the networking game.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right about that. And I love the fact that you brought that up. That's really great advice.
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard. And like, if anyone is watching this and is like, I would not be able to do that, I wasn't able to. You
Mm,
fake it till you make it, you know? Put yourself in uncomfortable positions. This is a very uncomfortable profession.
I love that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't feel like confident enough to do, but
Right.
no one else needs to know that. I still freak out every single time I go on TV. Every time,
Mm,
5 seconds before, I get nervous or whatever, and it's okay. You know, you just have to do your thing, put yourself out there, make yourself uncomfortable, and you will get so much more comfortable. I never ever thought I was really going to be in front of the camera, and now I can't imagine myself doing anything else. You know, being able to like front your own stories and show your own work, like but I never would have thought that. So like just do it, try it. And if you hate it, you hate it. At least you know that you tried.
Absolutely. I love that. Definitely live my life that way. I love living making uncomfortable situations comfortable because you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You do. And I think that's a way of life, not just journalism, but things are not going to always be a comfortable type of thing, and you have to do the best you can to make it as comfortable for you. That's different for everybody, for
Hmm.
sure, but you just have to do that. So I love that. Um, we have reached the portion of the podcast, and now we are going to play my interactive game called This or That.
Okay.
It is a game that I like to play with all my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Hard podcast, and it's really simple. I'm going to throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, Alana, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, here we go. Out of the first two restaurants that I mentioned, and you got to choose one of these that you'll eat at. Which restaurant would you rather eat at? Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Girl, you on point like a period. That's what I'm talking about. You doing your thing right now. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see if we can keep this thing rolling. When it comes to these two chicken wing flavors, which one would you rather put on a chicken wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Barbecue.
Okay. Do you like your wings wet or dry?
Wet.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So you like to get a little messy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. Okay, girl, you got me blushing already. You just can't tell because of the pigmentation. You just can't tell. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Okay, because
It's an
listen, I like
experience.
wet wings. I like wet wings too, so that's why.
It's a part. I'm like, if I'm gonna have some wings, like you gotta have some wings.
Okay, I'm with you. Listen, you ain't got to sweet talk me. You definitely convinced me for sure. There's no question about it. Okay, I'm with you on that. These next four questions have to do with music concerts you rather attend. So here we go. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Drake.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I like that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Casey Musgraves or Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood.
I like that. I like how decisive you've been.
Hmm.
Which music concert would you rather go see? Rihanna or Beyonce? Oh wow, you let out a breath.
Um,
Okay.
Be- Beyonce.
You sure?
Yeah, I was trying to think of which one I would feel heartbroken not going to. I want to see them both, but like Beyonce, I think it would break my heart not being able to. Yeah.
Okay, so that was a tougher one. That was a tough one, I can see. Okay, the last one of the music. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see the Zach Brown Band or Morgan Wallen?
Zach Brown Band.
Okay. Yep. Who doesn't like some chicken fried? Cold beer on a Friday night. Who doesn't like that? Come on. Come on now. Yeah, love me some Zach Brown Band. No doubt about it. Okay, that was pretty good with the music. When it comes to sports, which sport would you rather watch on TV? Baseball or hockey?
Hockey.
Okay, I like that. When it comes to sports, which sport would you rather play? Badminton or bowling?
Bowling. I love bowling.
Are you good?
No. Like, not at all.
Oh,
Not at all, but it's so fun.
okay. Do you need the bumpers?
I don't use them, but I definitely need them.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I didn't hear the second part, but I heard the first part. The first part you said you didn't need them, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Because,
I don't use
yeah,
them.
yeah, we don't want to have to put the bumpers on and put you on a slide where you just roll the ball down the slide. We don't want to do all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't do that. Okay, but that's what's up. I like that. Bowling, you picked. You picked it with confidence too, girl. Because I was like, damn, she must be bowling really good. Then you was
I
like,
love bowling.
no,
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 I'm a
I don't.
terrible bowler, but it's
I love that. Do you like desserts?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna name four categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these categories to eliminate that you'll never eat again.
Okay.
Here we go. The first one. is grouped together. So there's cake slash pies. The next one is candy. The next one is cookies. The last one is ice cream. Which one are you getting rid of?
Candy, easily.
Girl, you on point like a period again, girl. I don't know. We must be in sync or something when it comes to this food. I like it. I like it. Now,
I'm, yeah.
I like that. I really do. I really do. I appreciate that. What's your favorite ice cream?
Um, Probably, definitely like a Ben and Jerry's something, like a Rocky Road or Cookie something. But I have a really, really weird thing where my number one like favorite ice cream
Mhm.
is McDonald's, a vanilla milkshake. I would take that over anything.
Okay. Are you putting anything in it like Reese's, Oreos, M&Ms, just straight vanilla?
Straight vanilla. Though that's the only place that I would get vanilla. If I was going to like get ice cream, I'd get like something funky with some rainbow sprinkles and chocolate on top.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Cookies and cream is my favorite ice cream, so I'm
That's
not mad at that. Okay. Do you like potato chips?
yes.
Okay, same format. I'm gonna name four brands. You
Okay.
got to choose one of these brands you'll never eat again. So here we go. The first brand is Ruffles. The next brand is Lay's. The third brand is Doritos. The last brand I'm gonna mention is Pringles. Which one are
Oh,
you getting rid of?
Pringles. I'm not a fan of Pringles.
Okay, okay, I like that. Now you don't have to name the other three, but what is your favorite chip?
Ruffles. Cheddar Ruffles.
Girl, damn it! If you ain't perfect, I don't know what is. I don't know
What?
what is.
Is that
Of
your number
course,
one?
yes.
Right?
Sour
You
cream and cheddar, yes.
yeah. Yeah. It's literally the best chip ever. Like there's no doubt.
Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. We have got another one on our side. I love that. I love it. That's what's up. Amen. You speaking the gospel, girl, when it comes to this food stuff. I love it. Yes, indeed. You did very well on this or that. Probably my best one, and I've done over 300 plus episodes. I'm being honest with you. No
I hope
doubt
you're
about
not
it.
lying to me because I'm honored. That
No,
means
no, 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 no. I don't lie. I do a lot of things now, but lying ain't one of them. That's for
okay.
sure. Okay, definitely. I'm so blessed to hear you say that. These next two questions are top four questions. The first question of top four is called bucket list. I want you to give me a top four bucket list of events or stories that you would like to do in your journalism career that you never done, that you haven't done and you would like to do.
I would say first is probably a really in-depth investigative piece. I
Mm,
really didn't have the luxury of doing that at school, and I'm just seeing like some of the reporters at my station now just looking through like documents and books of data, and yeah, I'm probably gonna not be so happy doing it,
mhm,
but like I think there's nothing like uncovering something, like just really like digging deep into something and finding something, covering like whether that's like a murder trial or like something, or someone's getting charged with something and you're getting police records and you're filing for records and you're reaching out to
mm,
different agencies. Like I just, that's like the thrill of journalism, and that's probably my
okay.
number one thing. Yeah.
Okay. I can respect that. Now give me three more.
Oh God, I didn't even think about that. Sitting down with a famous artist or like a country artist or someone and just getting to talk to them. I like see obviously people on network, they get to talk to different celebrities every single day. So I would say one point in my career, I want to be able to sit down with like just someone that I look up to, and ask them a question and like genuinely have a conversation, because I don't get very nervous around. I like interned in the city this past summer and I didn't get nervous around these people. Like I just want to talk to them. I'm so like admirable of them. So that's number two.
Okay.
Number three, I want to cover like a catastrophic event,
Mm,
or like a natural disaster. Yeah.
mm,
I
okay.
want to, yeah, I want to be able to go into the community and watch how they like rebuild themselves and just like be out on the floor with them, you know. I think there's
Hmm.
nothing like that. Say there's a hurricane or a flood and stuff is destroyed. Just getting able to like sit with people and tell their story. Like those are just really emotional and also are one of the reasons why I want to be a journalist, to be able to tell those stories.
Okay. I can respect that.
Number four, um,
I could totally see you on a red carpet. I think you would kill it on a red
oh,
carpet event.
I keep thinking of like stories, but yeah, yeah, I want to be,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to go to the Grammys,
Hmm.
all of that stuff. It's gonna happen. I'm speaking it into existence, but yeah, yeah, there's nothing like it. Getting my hair and makeup done, like I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine doing that.
Like I said, asking you this question, obviously with you being in Tennessee, the Country Music Awards is in Nashville damn near every year at Bridgestone Arena. That's something that's your genre that you love. You being there, you being pretty close to it. I think you would kill it on the red carpet. Your personality alone, I think people would stop and talk to you. I think you'll have some great conversations. It's no question you would look absolutely amazing. I don't think anybody, I'm not breaking news by saying that. I think everybody would say you would look amazing on the red carpet for sure. Family, friends, loved ones, everybody. But I think that would be something that would be cool for you to do, especially the Country Music Awards, since it's there in Tennessee every single year.
I need to make that happen. I didn't even think about that. I need to work my magic and make that happen. So you're
Hey,
correct.
listen, Bridgestone Arena, why not? It's one of Nashville is one of my favorite cities. Like I said, I was there in Atlanta, Georgia for almost over a decade. Went to school out there. I came up to Nashville quite a bit.
Yeah.
No question about it. That Fifth and Broadway, those bars, they get the hopping. That live music is something different. It's a vibe. So yes, definitely. I think you would do amazing on that for sure. So yeah, I like those stories though, and those ideas of those events. Definitely threw me off with the natural disaster. I was like, okay, she would love to do that. Okay, that'd be pretty amazing. Pretty amazing to do.
I know, like in Tennessee, something that is like so prominent here is everything that happened with Hurricane Helene, and
Sure.
just it happened not like a crazy long time ago, but we're still like talking about stories and people that were affected, and
Hmm.
I just like those stories when I grew up watching the news was the reason kind of why I wanted to do that. I wanted to be the one to be able to talk to those people because like some people don't have the luxury of getting their stories told, you know?
Right.
And also those stories are they just shine light on like how you can help them,
Mm,
you know.
I can
So
respect that. I like that. I really do. Let me ask you this next top four question, because the next top four, which is, give me a top four of things to do back home in New Jersey. Now, mind you, I've only been to Jersey once, and that was by accident because I went on the wrong megabus, and I ended up in Secaucus, New Jersey.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I want you to tell me four things that I should do the next time I touch down in New Jersey, which I'll probably be flying into Newark, New Jersey. Tell me, what should I do?
Um, First thing, I mean, my first thing that popped into my head, even though it's not New York City, is go to New York City. That's my number. That's it. But I would probably
Sure.
say there are a bunch of lookouts in New Jersey, and you just sit and you're right by the bridge, and it's just like pitch black, and the entire world of lights is in front of you, and you just like you're in a sweatpants and you're in a sweatshirt and you're listening to music, and there's like nothing like it at all. So that is just going to a lookout and looking into the city from Jersey is awesome because you have the quiet, but like everything is so loud in front of you. That's one of my favorite things. I would say I don't know. In
Hmm.
Jersey, what do I do? Oh,
You-
the malls. Um,
Okay.
yeah, we have some really good malls in New Jersey. I like to go shopping there. I like to go thrifting in Jersey. They have really, really good thrift stores, and I
Okay.
love thrifting. So probably check out the really like hidden gem thrift stores.
Okay. Are you a Devils fan?
What do you mean? For like
Like,
hockey?
yeah.
Rangers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got you.
I
Got you.
wouldn't say a fan, but like my family are Rangers fans, so that's what I am a fan of.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Well, let me ask you this. While you think of maybe one more thing to do in Jersey, have you ever had New York street meat?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it overrated?
No, not at all. There's no
Mm.
food like New York City. Like the hot dogs, the like falafel, like everything that you can get in the city is just better. I think it's just because I love being there. And like
Yeah.
it's the whole vibe of going and getting like just eating food as you're walking to work. Like it's good food though. Like it's rich food.
Okay. So funny. Let me tell you this story real quick because I'm gonna tell you the story of my first time being in New York City, yo. So I got on the mega bus because I did not have a car at the time. And I got off and it was like two some in the morning and I was on my way to Rochester. So
Mm,
what happened was I got off and this guy was standing off to the side, okay? And the guy was like, "Hey, do you want some street meat?" Now, mind you, I just told you what time it was in the morning. It was two, three something in the morning. I'm like, and I'm coming from Cali. I lived in Atlanta. We ain't never heard of no damn term called street meat. So I'm like, brother, nah, I don't want none of your street, none of your meat. I don't know what you talking about. I'm good. He was like, nah, man, it's really good. It's really tasty. I was like, my man, I don't do no street meat at two something, three something in the morning. I don't know what you cooking on. I don't know no skillets back there. I don't know nothing, no eyes. I don't know nothing what's going on back there. Let me just get a Sprite. And he was like, yeah, I'll give you a Sprite. But Alana, the second time I went to New York City, I met up with a friend of mine named Titus. And he said, yeah, man, you got to try this street meat. And when they put the white sauce on the street meat, oh my gosh. Oh, it changed my damn perspective. I was like, okay, all right. But it was in the daytime when I tried it. Now, most people, most New Yorkers and New Jersey people that been on my podcast told me the best time to eat street meat is two, three something in the morning.
yeah, yeah. There's nothing like it. It's just it's juicy. Do you know what juicy platters is?
Yeah.
It's like juicy platters on steroids. It is. There's. No, I don't know what is in that white sauce, but it's chef's kiss.
Yes, it was. It was really good. I didn't know why that was the perfect time, but everybody that's from New York, from the five boroughs, whatever boroughs it is, they always say you got to eat the street meat around two, three, 4 in the morning. That's the best time to eat it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, maybe that's because you in a different space mentally. maybe
your
maybe that
life.
might be
You're not scared
right.
of your life.
Right. You know what I mean? So, but I always like to ask people from Jersey and New York about street meat and if it's overrated. So I do that with every show that I have. I want to ask you this next question though, and that is advice. We talked about advice you would give, but what is some advice that someone gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Um, I would say nothing is more important than your health.
Mm,
That is the best advice that
yeah.
I got because I have struggled with, as I said before, like a real work life balance. And I was working myself so hard while
Hmm.
doing my social life at the same time. And I would sacrifice my sleep and I would sacrifice like just breathing and like me time and satiating meals and nutrition. Like I just didn't have my priorities straight. So I would say like your health and also always remembering what your priorities are. You know, like there's no end goal And of course, you can have a dream job or something, but like you will never get there if you don't take care of yourself. Like the journey is the most important part.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do, and I'm definitely learning that. As earlier this year, unfortunately, I did get sick earlier this year, but um, I'm definitely learning that health is wealth, and it's very important. You can't do what you love if you don't love yourself, and it's real. It's definitely real, no question about that. And I love that advice that you just gave out for sure. I want to ask you some rapid fire questions. And that is basically the first thing that comes to your mind. You just shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes,
Chicken or ribs?
ribs,
Juice or soda?
soda.
Favorite Netflix TV series?
How I Met Your Mother.
That's a pretty good
Or
show. I like
Shameless.
that.
Or
I like
Shameless.
that.
Listen, How I Met Your Mother.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, both good shows. Favorite color?
Green.
Favorite, I would say sandwich.
I don't even eat sandwiches really. Oh, chicken parm sandwich.
Chicken parm is pretty damn good. Okay. Favorite board game?
Monopoly.
Yep, me too. Boardwalk and Park Place. I'll be busting ass on that when I get them. When I get them too, I'm busting it. That's for sure. Okay. Favorite card game.
Um, Egyptian rat screw.
Say what?
I wait. I don't even know if it's called. Yeah, it is Egyptian rat screw. It's like,
Mm.
oh no no no, it's Kent. Kent is my favorite game.
What? That's a what? Kent?
Kent. Kent.
What is
You
that?
a partner on the other side of you and you have a sign of like when you get Kent, there's four cards in the middle. Each player has four cards and you need a partner. You're trying to get four cards and then you have to do your signal. And then when you see your partner doing your signal, you say Kent and you win. But like no one can know your signal. Like it's a very secretive, like fast paced game.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. That is a first here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. I love that. That is awesome. Okay. Favorite alcoholic drink.
Bourbon.
Oh, okay. I like that. Are we talking about like Jim Beam?
Um, I don't even know really.
But
I
just
just,
bourbon. Just
yeah.
bourbon is there.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like the fact that you're doing that. If you had a choice to choose three people with you to go on vacation, who are those three people that are you choosing and where would you go? Now before you choose, you can pick friends, family, or celebrities.
Okay. First, celebrities. That's a tough one. Zendaya. Yeah, she's my favorite person on the planet, so I would take Zendaya, and
Mm-hmm.
then I would take my sorority sister, Lindsay. She was my big in my sorority. She's my best friend. I would
Okay.
take her,
Okay.
and I would take probably my other best friend from home, Michaela. Um, yeah, I think
Hmm.
the four of us
Okay.
would have a grand old time.
Where would you go?
Um, I would with them, I would probably go to like the Caribbean or someplace
Hmm.
tropical like that. But my dream place that I would go myself is Morocco.
Yeah, Morocco's okay. I've heard about that for sure. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, what sorority was you in?
I was in Kappa Alpha Theta.
Oh, okay, all right. Kappa, I like that. That's what's up. I can respect that. Um, if you had a choice to listen to three artists or three songs on repeat and never get tired of them, who would those three artists or three songs be?
This is the hardest question I think you've asked me. I I think I'm just gonna do what I'm listening to right now. The
Okay.
Steel Drivers. Steel Drivers. I could listen to their music on repeat.
Okay.
And then, ooh, there's this house music song. It's called Yamor. I've, I've love it every time I hear it. It's like the first time I listen, like I hear it for the first time and I get so excited. And then Chris Stapleton, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good. I like him. I like him. If they came to you and said, Atlanta, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to choose a different genre. Okay, you can't do news anymore. Which genre of these three would you choose? Sports, entertainment, or travel to cover?
Probably, probably sports.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. Yeah, listen, come on back to us now. We love to have you. We love to have you back in sports. Now, a bonus question came up. You did really good on rapid fire, but a bonus question did come up, and that is dealing with hard news stories. I don't know if you had to deal with many of them so far, obviously being freshly new, but um, if you have, did you have you done a story where you took it home with you and it was hard for you to shake? And what was your emotions and how did you deal with that?
Yeah. I did a story when I was 20 years old in school, and there was something going on. There was a rally in DC or something. They were deciding if they should ban mifepristone, which is an abortion pill.
Yeah.
And I spoke to just so many mothers, and one mother had like a horror story. Just, it was the most traumatic thing for her.
Right.
And I like took that home with me. And because like while I'm there, I try very, very hard. Of course, if it's like an emotional story, like I'm like, I don't try to keep it stone cold, like that's never been me. Like, I want people to feel comfortable talking to me, so I have it like a conversation, but I'm not sharing my opinions when I'm there. But I literally went home and I cried like all night. It was,
Wow.
yeah, I had never heard a story like that before. And she just was so, it happened so long ago for her, and she was still so traumatized. And I just like, I guess felt not thankful, but I felt like naive that there was so much like pain in the
Hmm.
world. I like experienced it for the first time through someone else.
Yeah. Wow. I appreciate you saying that. I mean, you never know until you know. And being in this industry, that like I said, there's a lot of great things that happen. A lot of cookie cutter stories that make us smile, make us laugh, make us cry. But there's also stories that make us think, very sad, and also make us cry too. You just never know who you can meet that can make an impact on you, for sure. And that's just the beauty of journalism is that you just never know what story you're gonna get from day in day out. But I really do appreciate you saying that, and this has been a really dope conversation. I mean, obviously talking about you going to Paramus High School, growing up in New Jersey, then going to University of Maryland, graduating from there, doing incredible stories there in sports and news combinations, and now your time in the Southeast. Pretty much going to Tennessee and at WBIR Channel 10 and going to continue doing great things. I am a new fan of yours, Alana. No question about it. And you're somebody who is very passionate, very talented, very beautiful as well. There's no question that you're going to succeed in this business. And I'm very blessed and honored that you would allocate your time to me again to be on my podcast. Thank you so much. And my final question is that is there anything else you would like to add about yourself, the job, or anything at all before we conclude?
Um, I think I'm just like, I'm so blessed. I get to do what I love for the rest of my life, and I'm so lucky I found my passion so young. And I like, not a lot of people find their thing, and
Right.
I very blessed that I found mine, and I have an army of supporters that make this all worth it because I would not be able to do it myself. And I just am feeling very blessed. Like I am sitting here, I'm talking to you about how much I love my job and how much I've learned. And it's just like I'm such a fortunate person. And like, yes, stuff happens and life is really, really hard sometimes.
Sure.
But like, you come out of it stronger and happier and better. And I'm just excited for life. You know, that's it.
Well, listen, keep doing amazing things out there in Knoxville, Tennessee. I want you to enjoy your Monday evening and the rest of your week. And girl, you and I will definitely be in touch.
Okay. It was, thank you so much for having me on too. This was incredible.
Absolutely. You take care and have a wonderful, wonderful night.
You too. Bye.